You've anticipated my next question. Thank you. In fact, it's going to be directed to you first. The majority of the members of the Planning Commission, which makes recommendations regarding development in Salem, most of them have been associated with real estate and development. And this gives the impression that the Commission doesn't adequately represent the entire community. 3 new members were recently appointed to serve on the Commission, but we're wondering what qualifications would you look for when considering the next appointments to the Salem Planning Commission?
Well, having served on the Planning Commission and having voted in a 5-1 minority several times, you know, I would look for people, I guess, with tend to like, although I don't know if it works totally. I like the idea of people from different parts of the city, from different backgrounds. There is a place for people who understand real estate, understand development, et cetera, on the commission. There is a certain legalism to the Planning Commission. It is not a policy-making body. That's the City Council's job. It's a group that really evaluates land use decisions against law and against ordinance, and it gets, you know, I won't go into all the detail of it, but suffice it to say there's a level of expertise that you have to bring to it, but you can develop that without having to have just realtors, just title company representatives, appraisers, you know, developers and builders. And I think that the recent appointments by the council reflect a real interest. My own appointment, I believe, was I replaced a then sitting Planning Commission member who worked, I believe, for a title company. I don't have a real estate background. And I think the council took seriously the criticism that perhaps it had shifted a little bit, and I think our most recent appointments reflect a real interest on the council to seeing a more balanced lay Planning Commission with a commitment to following the law, which is part of the deal. So.
Okay. Mrs. Dickey.
Could you repeat the question?
Sure. What qualifications would you look for in considering appointments to the Salem Planning Commission?
I really like the idea of having some geographical diversity represented on the Planning Commission. As Councilor Bennett said, it is important to have some level of knowledge about the planning issues, but I also think that not just people that are in the real estate business or in developing, there are other people out there that have extensive knowledge on land use issues, and I think being geographically represented as well as represented as far as level and what their expertise area is very important.
Thank you. Mr. Chapman.
I appreciate the comments of both Councilor Bennett and Mrs. Dickey, and those issues I think are important. I guess the other thing I would urge is to again get people who work well together, who respect each other's opinions, and who can find the appropriate middle ground. I think sometimes you know, if I've got 4 votes or I've got whatever, you don't get the conversation, the issues don't get fully addressed, and so that's the only thing I would add to that.
Great, thank you.